Hello everybody. Thank you so much for coming back to the Savasana series. If you've been here, and I'm glad you're enjoying it. And if you're brand spanking new, welcome to you too. Every Sunday at 2 o'clock, a video comes out, and it's a 20-minute little practice for you to practice every Sunday, just taking a pause, just being still, just checking in, seeing how you're doing. So welcome. And if you hit the little logo at there at the bottom, you'll get a subscription to this channel. That way you'll get email notifications every Sunday when a video comes out, and a reminder every Tuesday night at 6 o'clock Central. We do a 30-minute live stream where we're diving into specific poses, and those poses come from you. So I'm asking, if you've got a pose that you don't know if you're doing it properly, or if you have a pose that's consistently sort of bugging you, then let me know and we'll cover it on the Tuesday night. So far, I've heard balancing postures are challenging. I've heard up dog, upward facing dog is crunching on the lower back. So these are some of the poses that will be coming up. Is there something for you? Okay, so let's get started. I have been playing with some fun meditations in my practice too. And so I wanted to invite you into a little bit of that this week. So go ahead, and I've got a bolster here and I've got a blanket. Find whatever you have that will serve this. If you don't have a bolster, you can always use a rolled up yoga mat. That'll not as comfy as a big old pillow, but it will help you open the chest today. Okay, so go ahead and find your stillness once you have your postures. Once you have your props. I knew it was another P word. And for here, it's a Sunday. We're catching up on bills. The kids are catching up on the homework, planning what's going to happen for dinner. Just a lazy Sunday. What about you? What time of day are you doing this? What brought you to the mat today? What is it you need from a Shavasana series? What do you need from a calming, stilling practice? I'm going to be quiet here for about 8 breaths, and I just want to invite you to check in. Look into that anamaya kosha, that physical bag of bones. Check and see how you're doing. Perhaps you can see the chatter of your mind. You can see your thoughts wanting to pull you away. Perhaps your neck is pinchy or your belly is growling. Maybe the dog is barking. Just notice all the activities in and around you. Beautiful. Now let's pull back the curtain here. So there's our physical body. We're all very aware of our physical body. But as we get a little bit more subtle, pull back a curtain here and see if you can look in that inner body, that breath. Sometimes we don't give that breath body as much attention as we do physical. How is the breathing moving for you today? Does it feel choppy? Does it feel smooth? Just sitting still for a moment. Does it feel deep or shallow? That inner body begs you to please pay attention to me too. Notice me too. See if you can expand those inhales a little bit. Expand those exhales a little bit. maybe even affecting that physical body. Maybe you're taking so much awareness and so much mindfulness into this breathing body that each inhale is actually helping that physical body expand through the ribs and the belly and the back. You can feel the entire circumference of your torso taking in this big breath. And then when you exhale, you can literally feel the shoulders relaxing, maybe the front of the throat, the neck, the tongue, the muscles around your eyes. So let's spend 1 minute now looking at this inner body, this breath, whole and expansive. Beautiful. Beautiful. Keep that focus on that inner body, that electrical body, that breath body. And now we're going to move into what we call Nadi Shodhana. It is alternate nostril breathing. I believe last week we did the Viloma 1 breath where we focused on the different parts of the torso. This week we're going to focus on the left and right sides of the body. Some would say the yin and the yang, right? The feminine, the masculine, the oppositional sides, and coming back into the balance. It's very calming when we have too many vrittis, our mind is a little chattery, or we're feeling a little bit like we need some grounding. But it brings me to this idea now that we could also notice the chatter of our mind as we start to focus on the alternate nostril breathing, this Nadi Shodhana technique. You'll be able to see your mind wanting to distract you away from the task. It'll want to judge whether you're doing it a good or bad job. It'll want to maybe judge me. It'll want to go into the future or in the past. And as you focus the attention, as you use the telescope or the magnifying flashlightness of the mind, focusing on the breath, be aware of the balloon thoughts that you're thinking too, that maybe you're not going off on, but you can still notice that they're passing by, and just keep returning your breath to the alternate nostril breathing. Okay? So I'm going to change the cross of my legs. Perhaps you will too. And we're just going to take a couple rounds of breath and just notice the cool air as it comes into the nostrils. And you can feel the warm air as it goes out. Inhaling the wings of the nostrils, taking in that cool air, and the warm air as it goes out. So we are harnessing our breath, right? Our life force, our what keeps us alive. Like using a water hose to spray the very back of the garden. We are using this awareness here, this awareness to bring our attention so that we can use these different breathing techniques to harness the power that is within these techniques, this breath body, so deep. And we're just barely even on the surface. But it's a whole idea of these breathing techniques actually give me more and more awareness of the truer self, the deeper self, the bigger self. All right, alternate nostril. Let's take our right hand and we're going to cross it over and close up right in the little indentation there. We're going to close up the left nostril. We're going to take in a breath through the right, cool air going in, close both, and exhale right. One more time. Inhale right, close both, and exhale left. Okay. Drop your hand for a moment. So the classic technique is we're going to close the index and the middle finger, and we're using the ring finger and the thumb. So you're sort of steering the breath. Some people find that they have deviated septums and they prefer just to use their index fingers and sort of move it in a way that they can feel it. They can get that nice airflow. Sometimes people like to put their little elbow on a pad, their little elbow on a pad so that the arm doesn't get tired. Just find something that you can do that feels like it's nurturing where you are. Okay. So we'll go here for about a minute. Again, Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breathing. Here we go. Closing up that right nostril this time. Inhale. Close both. Exhale through the opposite. Inhale. Again, just watch the thought bubbles. Don't get caught by them. Just keep focusing your mind on here and now and keep going. The next time you breathe out of your left nostril, go ahead and release the arms to the lap. Relax the palms down or palms up, whatever suits you. And just take normal breaths through both nostrils now. Sitting still for a moment. Beautiful. Let's take our right hand to our heart center and then the left hand on the back of the right hand. So just bringing the hands to that heart center. Just breathing deeply into your hands. Just honoring this time for yourself, this pause. As you continue to take in even inhales, even exhales. About 2 or 3 more, please. Beautiful. Beautiful. So this is how I'm going to take my Shavasana today, but please feel free to always make it your own because days are different, body feel different each day. So honor how you are. For me today, I'm going to bring my bottom off the bolster. It's on the mat, and I'm going to bring my back onto the bolster. I might even take a little bit of a turn with this blanket and give my back a head a little bit higher of a pillow. And the idea today is that we want to be opening up this chest, this bright, vibrant green heart center. Take your arms out wide. Some folks like to take their legs out straight. It is a little bit more into the lower back, so see if that's okay for you. Some folks like to do Siddhasana or Sukhasana where you're crossing your legs. Nice little opener there for your hips. But if you feel that that's too much, you might even take your feet as wide as the mat and just lean those knees towards each other so that you don't have to think about it. If you have a t-shirt or another blanket nearby, maybe you'll even put something over your head, over your eyes, so that you can have a little bit of darkness. I like to sometimes use my yoga strap, just like a little blindfold. So finding a position that you feel suits you today. And a little bit different than what we did last week. This time we're just going to take awareness into our lower belly. So go ahead and take the breath body into just the belly. So let's take it in. Inhale through that lower belly. Just the lower belly, and then exhale out. Let's do that a couple more times. Inhaling into just the lower belly. And exhale out. Maybe even a little bit of the lower back. One more time. And now we're going to switch. We're going to take the breath just into the upper chest now, just the upper chest. Just keep focusing the mind on the breath. Just watch it come in. I'm right here. I'm right now. And watch it go out. And for these last 5 breaths, this time I challenge you to breathe into the upper and the lower parts of the torso at the same time. So when you inhale, now you're spreading to the lower belly all the way up to the upper chest. And exhale, feel yourself sinking deeper and deeper into the props. Feeling yourself splashing the breath through the ribs, through the back, through the belly, all the way from collarbones to hip bones. Maybe start to increase the inhales a little bit. And then exhale out a little bit longer as well. Relaxing the tongue to the throat, dropping it to the bottom of the mouth. Softness around the eyes, the muscles of the eyes, around the eyebrows. Just deep inhales and deep exhales. Deep breaths. All right, continue on. I'll shut down the video, but continue on, and stay for 5 or 10 minutes. Every time you breathe in, simply say to yourself, I'm right here. And every time you breathe out, simply saying, I'm right now. All right, thanks for coming. I will see you next time. Deep bows to you all. Namaste.